Monaco brought back their big guns for the visit of Toulouse after their Coupe de France gamble, but when Ola Toivonen scored a minute after the break, it didn't look like paying off. Kamil GLIK, though, equalised 3 minutes later as the Principality side finally awoke from their slumber. And teenage sensation Kylian Mbappe scored for the 11th time in his last 8 league starts to put Monaco on course to move 3 clear of PSG. And that was secured when Thomas Lemar rounding off a 3-1 win that keeps Monaco on target for a First Ligue 1 title since 2000. And that appears all the more likely as PSG crashed at third place Nice. The Côte d'Azur side fired ahead when Ricardo Pereira found Mario Balotelli. The Maverick Italian given too much room to pick his spot past Kevin Trapp. The Portuguese winger Pereira turned from provider to scorer as Paris stared down an end to 9 straight wins since the devastating defeat by Barcelona. Trying to avoid a first domestic defeat of 2017, Brazilian defensive pair Thiago Silva and Marquinhos combined, the latter to half the deficit, picking it off the head of Jean-Michel Seri. But the night turned into a disaster for the Chabis as Thiago Motta and Angel Di Maria saw red in stoppage time, either side of Juve Loni and Anastasios Donis, seeing a 3-1 win for Nice. What does the future hold for Emery? Friday night examination for Lyon at Angers, and they went ahead when Alexander Letellier punched the ball off Mathieu VALBUENA for a 17th minute opener. The SCO stopper may have been unlucky, but he was badly at fault for the second. Nabil FEKIR, the beneficiary. Cheikh NDOYE gave Angers hope, but Lyon held on to move back into 4th. Informed Bordeaux looked to keep on track for European qualification, but after Gaëtan Laborde was denied by Baptiste Rennais, it was relegation threatened Dijon who looked back with regret. Cedric Carasso keeping Dijon at bay with a string of fine saves as the Girondins began to wilt at the Stade Gaston Gérard. Bordeaux, though, held on for a valuable point to move back to 5th, but Dijon will see it as 2 points dropped. Marseille were aiming to rediscover their scoring touch at Caen, and it didn't take long. Florian Thauvin brutally punishing Damien Da Silva's terrible clearance. Well, the winger will re-sign permanently for Marseille in the summer from Newcastle and continue to show why he's worth splashing €10 million on. Caution for Maxime Lopez to double OM lead. Well, Caen, though, hit back. A stunning lob from Ivan Santini meant 3 goals scored inside 10 minutes at the Stade Michel Dornano. Sadly, that was as good as it got for vulnerable Caen, especially after Rémi Vercoutre spilled Dimitri Payet's strike, allowing Lopez to grab his second and OM's third. Pavatimi Gomez failed to find the net himself, but it didn't stop the captain contributing as he slid through Thauvin to beautifully beat Vercoutre with a first-time finish. The 24-year-old completed a brilliant performance and his first professional hat-trick to sit on 15 league goals as Marseille ran out 5-1 winners. Guingamp wanted to wipe out the memory of their bruising Coupe de France semi-final defeat at Angers, but Vincent Pajot punished slack marking to give Saint-Etienne the lead on the hour mark. And Christophe Cabrat conceded the Bretons' 11th penalty of the season, a league high, needlessly tripping Romain Amamu, who dusted himself down to fire Levert to a 2-0 win. Benjamin Lecomte almost single-handedly kept Nantes at bay, but the Lorient captain was finally beaten by substitute Emiliano Sala's header to give the Canaries all 3 points. Bastia weathered the storm to give Rennes a bloody nose in the empty Stade Armand Cesari. Enzo Crivelli in the right place to slam home and breathe new life into their bid to beat the drop. Lille enjoyed back-to-back 3-0 wins by overwhelming and under-the-weather Montpellier Sebastian Cochet sent sprawling to give Nicolas Dupréville a chance from 12 yards, the forward adding to last week's brace to move on to 12 league goals this season. Lille's second was made and finished in Portugal. Ronnie Lopez may have missed the head of Eder, but Cheikh was there to head in his first Ligue 1 goal, and youngster Martin Terrier climbed off the bench to start and finish his first professional goal for an emphatic win. Metz aim to take the Lorraine derby bragging rights, and Ismaïla Sarr's brilliant run and strike set them on their way. To Nancy's credit though, the Thistles didn't wilt, and they found a leveller just before the break. Teenage fullback Fet Noir-Essa not out of place in front of goal, but Metz secured a first win in this fixture for 20 years when Opa Nguet instinctively flicked Simon Fallet's shot into the net. Well, potentially the defining week of the season, Monaco's win followed on Sunday night with PSG's defeat at Nice. Marseille the big winners as TOIVONEN ran riot at Caen, and Bastia's win only further complicates the relegation fight. Monaco are 3 points clear with a game in hand over PSG with only 3 weeks of the season left. Paris must also look over their shoulder at Nice now, who want to snatch second, and with it, straight entry into the Champions League. Bastia are now just 2 points from safety as none of the 4 clubs above them managed to win, with still only 6 points between 13th Montpellier and the foot of the table. There is still much to be decided in the battle to beat the drop. Monaco travelled to Nancy knowing they are 2 wins away from winning the Ligue 1 title for the first time in 17 years, and yet it could be sealed with a win if PSG failed to beat Bastia in the capital earlier on Saturday.